Think of a symphony orchestra, a collection of different types of instruments, strings, woodwinds, brass, percussion, all playing together, making beautiful music. Because at the front of the orchestra is the conductor, keeping the tempo, syncing the music, regulating the performance. Without a conductor, the music would deteriorate into discordant sound. Now think about your body, a collection of systems: digestive system, circulatory system, respiratory system, nervous system, also working in harmony together under the baton of a master regulator, keeping everything functioning together, synchronizing the performance. So who do you think is the maestro of the systems in our body? Is it the gut? Is it the heart? Is it the brain? Well, you might be surprised to learn that the master regulator of the systems in our body is This is Carolyn Pitts with Intend Well. I'm an ACE certified health coach and intuitive healer. Every week, I make videos about health and wellness to help you be your best self. You can subscribe to my free weekly newsletter at intendwell.us. Every week, I'll send you links to all the content that I've posted for the week, and sometimes a bonus extra for my email subscribers. So how does it feel when the systems in our body are not functioning together in harmony? Our stomach can feel tied up in knots. Our heart is hammering through our chest. Our brain is foggy and having a hard time concentrating and making decisions. We need our master regulator to step up to the podium and get all of our systems in sync. So who do you think that is? Raise your hand if you think the master regulator of the systems in our body is our gut. A few of you. Okay, now raise your hand if you think the master regulator is the heart. A few more. Well, keep your hands up, raise them high and proud, because you are correct. The master regulator of the systems in our body is not our brain, it's our heart. Both the heart and the brain produce an electromagnetic field that can be measured outside the body. But the amplitude of the heart's field is 60 times that of the brain and is broadcast to every cell in our body. And the magnetic component of the heart's field is 5,000 times greater. There are neurological pathways that carry communication between the brain and the heart. 90% of those neurological pathways carry information from the heart to the brain. So the heart is doing most of the talking. With practice, we can train our heart to be a better maestro, to be more responsive to stepping into the pit when the systems in our body need to orchestrate better together. Ooh, is she talking about cardio? No, I'm not. I'm not talking about anything that requires you to go to the gym or get all sweaty. And if you already have a daily breath practice, which if you watch my videos, I'm sure that you do, you can incorporate heart training in with your existing daily breath practice. You've probably seen the output from an electrocardiogram, an ECG or EKG. It looks like a line that goes up and down, and it depicts the electrical signals from the heart. It has peaks and valleys representing the contractions of the heart. But what you might not have noticed before is that the interval between the heartbeats varies. It's not consistent. The average of that time interval between our heartbeats is known as our heart rate variability, or HRV. And the more that time interval varies, the more coherent our systems are and the more resilient we are to stress. That seemed really counterintuitive to me the first time I heard it. You would think when we're talking about heartbeats, heart rate, regularity, consistency would be important. See, the symphony of our bodies has a variable time signature. The tempo is changing. And so our ability to flex to those different time intervals, it's like a tree being blown by the wind and being able to bend and sway so that the branches don't break. You can use an HRV biofeedback device for a few minutes every day, 15, 20, to train your heart to be more resilient. There are a lot of products on the market. I have not experimented with them. I am not a product reviewer. So I urge you to do your own comparisons if you're interested in making a purchase. This is a standalone device. It uses an ear clip to measure your heart rate. You can see down here, it's showing me my pulse. And it's also showing me my HRV with this light up here. What I do with this device is I want to get the light to turn green and stay green for as long as possible. There's also a lot of apps that you can use, and they all have some type of a monitor, an ear clip, or a band that goes around your chest to measure your heart rate. Studies have shown when participants practice HRV biofeedback training, it lowers anxiety, it improves depression, it lowers blood pressure, it helps you sleep better, it improves cognitive performance. There's just so many benefits to it. And if you've seen my video on the biology of stress, you can basically take all of those symptoms associated with chronic sympathetic mode and see improvement by strengthening your heart rate variability. That's enough for today. Join me again next week. We're going to talk more about HRV, but we're going to explore how strengthening your HRV improves your relationships with others. If you have a question, scroll down, leave it in the comments, or you can email me at intendwellllc@gmail.com. And if you've done HRV biofeedback training and you have a device that you use and like, leave that in the comments. Other people may be interested as well. Thanks for joining me. Have a beautiful week. And remember, the best things in life are intentional.